A shot grazed past as a wild boar in the open field let out a sharp roar and vanished into the dense forest. That incident marked the last time the animals would slip away so easily, especially after the fields had suffered heavy destruction. These creatures, equipped with sharp tusks and remarkable instincts, continued to cause serious damage to the land. This time, however, preparations were more thorough, and the determination to prevent further loss was stronger than ever. At first, groups of hunters spread out to seal off the forest from all sides, ensuring that no animal could escape. Within moments, every position was secured, and silence filled the air as they waited. Suddenly, a dense herd of wild boars burst through the trees. A rapid volley of shots rang out, striking the animals with precision. The heavy thuds of bodies hitting the ground echoed through the forest, marking the end of another destructive raid. The task was not only about correcting past mistakes but also about safeguarding the fields for the future. Moving deeper into the forest, hunters kept their eyes alert, scanning every shadow. In an instant, the silhouette of a boar emerged. A steady shot brought the animal down instantly, with no chance of escape. Nearby, trained hounds picked up the scent and gave chase. Their barking guided the hunters straight toward another boar, concealed in thick brush. With one accurate shot, the animal fell, ending yet another threat to the farmland. At the same time, other teams worked on the outskirts of the fields, relying on advanced GPS scanners to track the animals. The rustle of movement soon revealed another target. One clean shot ended its run, leaving it motionless on the ground. As the operation continued, hunting dogs flushed another wild boar from the dense sugarcane fields. It charged out at high speed, only to be stopped in its tracks by a well-placed shot. Cheers followed, as yet another danger was removed from the area. Elsewhere, ambushes were carried out with equal precision. As soon as a dark figure charged forward, a single shot was enough to eliminate the risk, restoring peace to that part of the field. Wild boar hunting has never been simple. It requires endurance, focus, and constant readiness for sudden danger. With their population growing beyond sustainable limits, these animals have become a major threat to both ecosystems and nearby human communities. They destroy vegetation, uproot soil, damage tree roots, and accelerate erosion. For this reason, modern hunts are not merely sport or tradition, they form part of ecological management. In many regions, population control of wild boars has become necessary to protect forests and farmland. On a cold winter morning in the forests of Central Europe, hunters moved into position as a massive boar suddenly burst through the underbrush. Precise shots brought it down swiftly, preventing further destruction. Across other positions, gunfire echoed, each shot serving as a measure of ecological responsibility. Nearby, the baying of dogs revealed another target's path. As expected, the animal was intercepted, and with a clean strike, its escape was cut short. No more damage to the land. Even as rain began to fall, hunters remained at their posts, waiting for the next sign of movement. This vigilance was essential to prevent further harm, ensuring balance between wildlife populations and the fragile environment they inhabit. Wild boars are known for moving in coordinated groups, often sprinting together at full speed. When encountered at close range, hunters rely on precise timing and accuracy. Typically, the lead animal is targeted first, as this can disrupt the group's movement, although many often retreat quickly into dense cover. After rainfall, fresh tracks become easier to follow. The barking of hounds is one of the clearest indicators of nearby animals, often signaling their location within thick vegetation. When startled, boars may charge directly out from the undergrowth at high speed, leaving only moments to react. With rapid gunfire, the impact can cause the animal to stumble and collapse as it loses momentum. Dogs are then used to locate fallen animals and confirm their position. This practice ensures that none are left wounded or are able to escape deeper into the forest. Teams often press further into the terrain, as groups of boars can cut across paths unexpectedly. In such cases, multiple shots are fired, with varying accuracy, but often enough to reduce their numbers. Each successful strike brings a quiet sense of relief, knowing that crop damage is being reduced. Hunters often continue until dusk, racing against fading light to track down stragglers. The use of radios allows coordination across different positions, ensuring that no movement goes unnoticed. In many cases, a second shooter stationed elsewhere can finish the pursuit when the animal escapes in a new direction. In several regions such as mountainous Turkey and rural Morocco, wild boars are a significant threat to agriculture. They destroy cornfields, uproot orchards, and place farmers' livelihoods at serious risk. Because of the scale of the destruction, local authorities sometimes permit organized hunts to control their population and protect harvests. During these operations, teams block key trails in forests or deserts where boars are likely to pass. Marksmen maintain patient vigilance, as success depends on accuracy with minimal room for error. A single mistake can mean losing both crops and safety. Often, the first shot proves decisive, instantly halting the animal's advance. In some instances, large boars charge directly toward vehicles, creating dangerous confrontations. Quick reactions and defensive gunfire are required to neutralize the threat before it reaches close range. These events highlight both the destructive power of wild boars and the risks involved in efforts to control them. Successful wild boar hunting requires careful observation and composure before taking action. Teams move methodically to planned locations, setting up ambushes across open fields while remaining well concealed. When a wild boar enters the ambush zone, a few well-placed shots are often sufficient to halt its advance, preventing escape and neutralizing the threat efficiently. As daylight wanes, hunters often position themselves at field edges, where encounters with boars are most frequent. Rapid reaction and accuracy are essential, as sudden movements from dense vegetation can indicate an approaching animal. A precise shot can secure the safety of farmland and prevent further damage. In regions such as Germany, wild boars have caused extensive destruction to fields, tearing through soil, uprooting crops, and creating millions of dollars in losses. Organized hunting teams are deployed to control these populations. Each encounter involves careful calculation, patience, and strategic positioning, turning every ambush into a controlled and effective effort to restore balance to the affected land. Ambushes are often coordinated to cover multiple directions simultaneously, ensuring no boar can escape. In Brandenburg, for example, hunters spread out to cover all possible paths. When a boar charges unexpectedly, prompt and accurate gunfire neutralizes the animal before it can flee. The remaining boars often retreat into nearby cover, requiring tracking and rapid communication among team members to pinpoint their new positions. Tracking signals and careful coordination allow teams to quickly locate animals that have slipped into bushes or tall grass. A single, precise shot can bring down a large boar, eliminating the immediate threat and restoring safety to the field. Simultaneously, other hunting teams operate in nearby regions, monitoring cornfields, vegetable plots, and dense grasslands where boars may hide. In Lower Saxony, hunters take positions at the edges of tall crops, waiting for boars to emerge and begin foraging. Once the animal steps out of cover, a well-aimed shot is sufficient to stop the destruction before it spreads. These carefully executed ambushes demonstrate the combination of patience, skill, and tactical planning required to manage wild boar populations and protect agricultural areas.